Enter Data is a feature that allows users in Power BI Desktop to create new tables by either typing a table manually or by pasting in table contents from their clipboard. This feature can be accessed from the Home tab in the ribbon. When you click Enter Data, we're going to show you a new dialog called Create Table that will basically allow you to interact with a data grid where you can either create tables manually. For instance, we can specify a column name, and we can specify a second column such as the age, and now we can specify the values for the rows. So we could say, for instance, a first row, we could define a second row, we can define a third row, and so on and so forth. The next thing that we could also do here is change the name of the table that we're going to create. We can call it people. And we can decide whether to load the data or edit as a query first so that you could filter and apply further transformations to this table before loading. In this case, we'll just go and click load. Once we do that, we're going to load this table into the data model in Power BI Desktop, and the table will be available for you within the fields list, the fields pane, so that you can actually drag and drop it into the canvas to visualize data in your report. The second way of creating new tables through the Enter Data dialog is by pasting in data from the clipboard. We support various different clipboard formats, including text, but most importantly, Excel. So you can actually go into an Excel spreadsheet where you have some data that you would like to capture just as static data. You can select the interesting data range and click copy. And when you come back to the Create Table dialog, you can just do a Control-V. I think I didn't copy the whole thing again. So we could copy and paste. So as you can see now that I pasted, we automatically detect that the first row looks like the column headers, because in the case of a quantity column, all of the values within this column look like numbers except for the first one. So we actually use that to infer that the first row were actually the headers. So we automatically promote them for you. We show you this little warning. If you wanted to undo that, it's just as easy as clicking undo headers. And then you can then start adding new columns as well. The moment you add a new change to the grid, you see that warning going away. And then you can add something else. So for instance, we could add a price column, something like that. And from here, you can load that table as well. You could say fruits and load. And that creates the new fruits table with the 3 fields, the 2 that came from the Excel spreadsheet and the one that we just created manually in the grid. As you can see, Enter Data is a very useful feature for you to create static tables that either came through manual input or through the clipboard from a different program. And it will allow you to complement the data in your Power BI Desktop reports and open up for lots of new opportunities and possibilities for you to work in your reports.